Cyberpunk 2077 just got yet another new update. And prepare your hard drives because this is one of the bigger ones. Being about a 14 megabyte download, this is actually one of the simplest hotfixes we've seen to this game thus far, but it's a critical one and unfortunately has some unforeseen consequences. Similar to the last hotfix we got for Cyberpunk, there's no new version number or anything like that. It's still patch 1.5, just hotfix 2 for patch 1.5. And in effect, what this bug is going to address is a startup crash for PC players. And this patch right now is only on PC, and it seems like it's going to stay that way. And to put things simply, what was going on was a lot of people, after downloading patch 1.5, noticed as they went to launch the game, it just wouldn't launch. There's a lot of investigation and curiosity around this, speculating whether it was outdated mods that all were broken with the 1.5 update, but it was quickly discovered that this was an audio issue, where there was a problem with the audio initialization code for Cyberpunk 2077, such that as you went to launch the game, sometimes depending on your system, the game would just outright crash and not launch. There's a workaround where you had to disable the hotfix service, I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of that, basically end a bunch of processes on your PC, then the game would be able to launch. But now, fortunately, it seems like CDPR has fixed that officially on their end. This is a pretty big one. Obviously, not even being able to play the game after the big new, and in many ways, bug-fixing update was pretty frustrating. I saw a lot of you guys commenting and messaging me about this issue, but thankfully now it seems to be resolved. If for some reason you're still having problems after this update, I'll have a link down below to some of the workarounds found online. Unfortunately, there is an unintended consequence of this update that is going to probably persist over the next couple of months, and that is around mods, and many mods broke. But unfortunately, yeah, many mods, even with something as small as a 14 megabyte update, are going to get impacted and break. So unfortunately, you're going to have to update many of them, and even further, actually wait for some to update. Thankfully, many mod authors are very quick about this. We already have seen a update to Cyber Engine tweaks, that being the core framework that most other mods rely on. It's not as clear cut as to what breaks and what doesn't break, so you might actually have to check what's working and what's not, because not all mods are breaking, it just depends on which files are impacted. But with that said, super quick video, I just wanted to give you guys a bit of the background information on what this latest update was. We are in an interesting timeline now. We don't know exactly what's next with Cyberpunk. I'm gonna have a full video diving into what we could find from data mining the files. But for example, when is the next update? Are we looking at something a bit more substantial in a month, or is it going to be a several month wait yet again? Either way, they're already working on it. We can see from SteamDB, there's already been some updates on the dev branch, so CDPR is hard on work on 1.51 or 1.6, whatever ends up coming next for this game, as well as of course the expansions. CDPR has gotten pretty quiet when talking about the future. They don't really talk about things until they're ready, or in some cases until it's literally dropping, like with patch 1.5. But in the middle of April, they are going to have their next earnings call, so we could find out more then. And of course, we do have those big summer events or E3, and I wouldn't be shocked if that's when we get the first look at the expansions. Whether it be a short teaser or a full-on trailer, I mean, frankly, right now, we don't even know when this thing is coming. Is it coming this year? Is it next year? I think the safe bet is obviously next year, but who knows? Maybe we'll see a trailer at E3 and a drop later this year, but hopefully before Starfield. With that said, as always, again, I thank you for watching. I hope you found this one informative, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.
Nothing yet. The Flathead model MT0D1.